Hello people of the internet, this is Shaky Jake, and I really need a catchphrase. You are watching Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords with the restored content modification. Last time on KotOR 2, we explored Dxun with the Mandalorian camp and met up with Mandalore, who happens to be Canderous Ordo from the first KotOR game, but 5 years later. And then we went back into the jungle after being in the Mandalorian camp and did a few side quests to try and improve our reputation. And we're going to continue on with that now. And before I do anything, because I sort of ballsed up the previous episode with the influence gain, I need to set off this permacrete detonator again. So let's do that, because I didn't do enough justice for it last time. And there you go, there's the explosions. It's still pretty anticlimactic actually. Let's move on then. We've got to level up, so I might as well do that now. And I'm playing this tonight because normally it'd be a work day for me tomorrow, but I've managed to negotiate working from home instead, so I'm recording tonight to celebrate. That's not going to happen very often. What skills do I want? Let's go for computer use, because I do actually need computer use up. And powers, we could improve Beast Trick and go for Beast Confusion, which is essentially the Mind Trick power but for animals. So it's really pointless. You might as well just not bother with this at all, and I'm just going to ignore it. It was a power we learnt in the previous part, and as I said then, I'm not particularly fond of it, so I'm just going to ignore that. There we go, we've leveled up, and I'm ignoring Mira's leveling up for now for various reasons. If you have watched the previous parts, you'll probably be able to guess why. So yeah, I'm going to be working from home tomorrow, which is absolutely fine, because it made more sense to me, because certain things are cropped up at work for this one day, and as I'm only in for half a day on the Tuesdays, because I'm recording this on Monday night, I figured I could work from home instead, because it would save me having to drive out and waste petrol and then drive back again when I'm only there for 2 hours. It's a bit pointless, so I was able to negotiate working from home instead, which is nice, and I'm celebrating by playing KotOR 2. I'm getting distracted tonight, aren't I? Let's move on to what we should be doing, because if we look at our map, we have a massive jungle to explore. And the sound's completely cut off from pausing, which is slightly amusing. Although, having said that, it's not actually massive, it's just one area. Because we actually explored the first area 2 parts ago when we first landed on Dxun. And that looks odd. I know that's meant to be the caves, but it looks really odd with this texture mod on. Now I can't remember where certain side quests are, so I could be doing this completely the wrong way, but we'll find out. And we've got some combat situations going on, so I'm going to take my headphones off temporarily so I don't go completely deaf from the fights. I will obviously edit this in a post to make it quieter. So yeah, I'm recording this on a Monday night, which I don't normally do, but because of the story I just told you, that's why I'm recording on a Monday. Although by the time you see this, it will probably be towards the end of the week, so this video will be about 4 or 5 days old. So as I was saying in the previous part, this will not be recorded, edited and uploaded in the same day. I don't have that manpower. And I will have to go into that in a bit more detail on a separate video at some point, because I feel it's kind of warranted one at this point. And also because, is that a good blaster? Let's find out. Also, I've noticed that there's a recurring trend on my channel at the moment, but not so much the channel, but the videos that I'm making. There's this annoying habit that people have, and I'm sure they don't mean any bad intentions with what they're saying. And actually that might be better. Yes. I will keep an eye on that. I'm not going to use it for now, but I'll keep an eye on it. Could actually give it to Mira, I suppose. Stun chance is useful. Oh, we don't need iron damage. Right, Mira, you can have that then. You're lucky I'm giving you a good gun. What was I saying then? Oh yeah, there's been a couple of comments on my videos lately, particularly older videos that I uploaded, say like a year or two ago. And I'm sure a lot of them are innocent and they're not meant to be malicious or anything. I have no problem with these comments in terms of the actual comments themselves. They're actually pretty harmless. The issue I have with them is a lot of people have been coming to this channel. Oh, we got another interruption. Oh, that's the Zake egg that we found out about previously. A lot of people have been coming to the channel. And, oh, I forgot as well, I got a bit over-excited last time. I thought I'd finished the phase pulse converter. Turns out I haven't. I've actually got a couple more parts to find, so I look like an idiot based on the previous episode. But yeah, we've got, I think it's 3 or 4 pieces we need to find for it, and we found 2, so we'll see if we find any more soon. I gotta say, I thought it was a little bit soon to find it. But anyway, people have been posting comments on some of my older videos. Oh, there's a Mandalorian here. That's a side questy thing. I might... Oh, you know what? Let's talk to the Mandalorian, then I'll explain this story later. Oh, wait, no, it's Davril. Okay, no, we can do this. Because I can't remember how this particular quest ends. I'm sure Davril's going to try and take credit for everything, or we actually just go back and...
The Zack egg is just up ahead. Together we have a chance of defeating it.
Okay, I think Bayador's ignoring you, to be honest. Why didn't you tell me where... Oh, the game's kind of glitched out on me. Okay, I wanted to actually have that conversation. Let me reload. So I've been recording for under 10 minutes and I got to replay that whole thing again because of that. But it gives me a chance to explain what I was going to explain. Now, can I do it without being interrupted? I'm sure I can. People have been coming to my channel over the past few weeks saying, you know, they want to play this game again. Not this game, but just any game I've played on my channel. So, as an example, it's usually with Small Soldier Squad Commander, or in some cases, the Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace game. These people will come to my channel and they'll find a random video that I uploaded from those particular series, that I uploaded 2 years ago, I might add. I uploaded those videos 2 years ago. And these people are coming to my channel, never spoke to them before, they've never interacted with me before. And they'll post something that's, I'm sure it's very innocent, and I have no problem with the post necessarily. But it gets a bit aggravating when you kind of get the same posts over and over again. And the posts in question are people saying things along the lines of, oh, I really want to play this game again, but I can't. How do you install it? Or, I'm having trouble recording this game, how do I record it? Now, once or twice I can kind of get the whole, yeah, okay, fine, I'll give you some suggestions and I'll give you some advice on how I would approach it. But I've had this multiple times over the past few weeks, and it's kind of getting a little bit irritating for me personally, particularly when I respond to these comments and try and give as much advice as I can, and then 9 times out of 10 these people don't respond back, even though I said in the response that I made to them, please tell me if you get it working or if you find some success, because, you know, if you want to play an old game from almost 20 years ago in some cases, with such as with Small Soldier Squad Commander, which may actually be older than 20 years old now, I want to know about it. I want you to be able to tell me, yeah, I've got the game reinstalled and your advice didn't necessarily work sometimes, because that could happen, everyone's setup is different, but I managed to get the game running again, and thanks to you I'm playing it. Nobody does that particularly. I don't get a thank you, I don't get a response from it, I give them the advice and then that's it. And I'm getting kind of fed up with it now. And I'm sure people in the comments are going to say, oh, you're being a bit paranoid and you're being a bit ungrateful. I don't have a problem necessarily with helping people, but I just feel like some people come to my channel and my videos just to say that they can't play this game on a modern PC, or they can't play, or they can't record it properly, and then I try and help them out, and it just feels like it's not being, it's not being received, or I'm not getting anything back from these people, because I do want to know if they get it working again, or if they're able to record it. And I've only had maybe 1 or 2 people actually make a follow-up response, either thanking me or saying, yeah, we got it working, it's all good, or I'm still having trouble, but I will consider what you've said and I will try and apply it. That stuff is fine. I have no problem with people who are actually, interacting back with me. But don't come to my channel and just say one comment saying that, to be honest, has nothing to do with the video I've uploaded, other than the fact it's the same game that we're talking about. It's a mutual process. Don't come to my channel saying, I can't play this game, or I can't record it, can you help? And then I give you help and then I don't hear anything back from you. That really aggravates me. And I know somebody's going to say, oh, you're being a knobhead to these people. Yeah, I probably am, and I'm ranting quite a lot about this, but it's been on my mind the past few days, particularly as it's been more noticeable lately. I wouldn't have commented on it a couple of years ago when I first started, because those kind of comments were very rare, and they were separated by several months, so it wasn't a problem. As of right now, though, it's kind of topical, and I kind of got reminded about it after I talked about my recording schedule in the previous part. So I will be expanding on this at some point in the future. I can imagine I will make a video on this topic at some point, because the amount of people that are saying, oh, how can I install this game, or how can I record this game, I feel like I should actually discuss it in more detail, my actual process for picking a game to play, picking a game to record, finding out how to record said game, which recording software do I use for said game, because I use 2 different types of software. I might actually do that at some point. If anyone wants to see that, let me know, because I don't mind actually covering it if it negates these questions as frequently. But I apologise, I've ranted on enough, and I'm sure people are here to watch me play KotOR too. So let's get back to that. And let's see if we can trigger this conversation with Davril without the game sort of getting confused, trying to handle a combat situation and dialogue at the same time, because this engine was not designed for those 2 things together. This game is like a man, it can't multitask. And I'm sure somebody will say, oh, you're being sexist. Nah, it's called a joke. And as I'm a dude, I think I can make that joke. Because I can't multitask very well either, depending on the context. I mean, the fact I stood still for several minutes ranting about something irrelevant to the video I'm recording shows I can't multitask. Right, there's the Canucks, I think. Please tell me you got another part of the phase converter, because that'd be funny. No, of course you don't. I sound really different tonight. I don't know if it's because I'm recording late and I feel tired, but I sound different than normal. I'm going to see how that comes out in the recording, but who knows. Davril, talk to me.
The sack egg is just up ahead. Together we have a chance of defeating it.
That's why I recruited you, dude. I think actually going in for the why didn't you tell me where it was is a little bit of an accusation that I don't really want to approach yet, considering I'm trying to prevent him from killing me. Do you have a plan?
We go into the clearing and attack it. Either it dies or we do. Beasts of the jungle are fierce and powerful. Straightforward plans work the best.
I don't know, that sounds a little bit suicidal. I'm not fond of this. What do you know about Zakex, which I keep forgetting how to pronounce?
They're heavily armoured. They aren't particularly agile, but if they connect, it can be deadly. But a skilled patrol of warriors can kill the beasts.
Okay, let's go for the accusation we're on. Why didn't you tell me where it was?
If you couldn't find your way here through the jungle, then you'd be worthless in the fight. Besides, I didn't know for certain where the beast was.
That's fair, let's attack it now.
Then we fight.
And off we go. I wonder if Davril can die from this. I don't think he can, but we'll find out. Oh, he did actually lose some health. Let's try Beast Trick, we might as well. No, of course that didn't work. And yeah, we might as well just keep doing this. Oh, Davril's losing a lot of health. Please don't kill Davril. Come on, focus on me, please. I'd rather you didn't kill him. That's it, focus on me, please. Because I don't want you to hurt my Mandalorian friend. And he's dead. Oh, she's dead. I don't know what gender it is.
I must thank you for your help. We have killed the Zakek. I will leave the spoils of battle to you. I am going back to camp and will tell them of our deed here.
Okay, that's quite generous of him. I thought he was going to want to either take the credit from the kill, or we were going to share the credit and he'd want the remains. I don't know, that's quite noble of him actually. And we got the Zakek gear. There we go. So if we look at our journal now, we've recovered an ear. And we can show that to the captain. And yeah, that's the Canuck stuff. Mandalorian combat suit, that's from the first game, I believe. Oh, green crystal, Jedi robe, scoundrel gloves, which I believe we have quite a few of those now. Yep, there we go, that's the Zakek done. I believe we also killed them on Kashyyyk in the first game, or something very similar. I can't remember, it's been a while. But yeah, I quite like this part of the game. It's it might be a little bit tedious if you don't like the Mandalorians, but as I don't mind them, I actually quite like playing through this section. And I apologise for ranting. I don't do it very often if I can, but I felt like this was a good time to vent about stuff. And when it comes to people commenting on my videos, don't be afraid to comment on my videos. This wasn't my intention to put people off commenting at all. I just wish people would consider how people who upload videos feel when the comments in question just range from people asking about how to play a certain game again, or how to record a certain game. Don't be afraid to experiment. And this is one thing I forgot to say earlier. Don't be afraid to try it out first. If you are really struggling to get something working, whether that's playing it or recording it, if you are really struggling and you've tried for several hours or even an hour, whatever, then by all means ask me.
This won't take long.
But don't come to my channel and then be like, oh yeah, how do you get this working, and then don't tell me how it goes, because that really gets on my nerves after a while. And I was going to say something else there, but I decided against it. But yeah, we're killing a lot of wildlife here. This is probably not wise to do, because we're going to make all these creatures extinct if we're not careful. I'm sure one of these guys will have a phase converter part in them. I'm going to call this a conspiracy, you know, all these different Canucks share in different pieces. Why did we get a double-bladed lightsaber from that? Okay, I'll take that. That's awesome. I can give that to the handmaiden or disciple. Thank you, game. Really random. I'm going to assume that's meant to be a lightsaber part if you came to Dxun first, but no, thank you, game. What colour was that? Oh, a yellow one. Cool. I'll change the colour of that and give that to somebody else in the party. Yeah. I'm actually going to make a save just to make sure I don't lose that. And off we go again. But yeah, don't be afraid to experiment with installing older games on modern PCs, because you'll be pleasantly surprised at how often they do actually work. There are a couple of exceptions, obviously, that just refuse to work, but I've had a pretty good hit rate with getting most of my older games to work. If they're not on Steam or anything, I actually have a fairly good hit rate. And I think I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, let's go back. Because there is another side quest round here with another Mandalorian. I just can't remember where he is. Mira, I think you're yeah, you're floating again. Come on. Why are you broken?
Ready?
Hopefully we can fix that just by switching the party members up. There we go, that's better. But yeah, I mean, what games did I get working pretty much straight away on Windows 10? Small Soldier Squad Commander worked absolutely fine. The only time it didn't work was when I didn't play it for absolutely ages, and it just refused to boot up. And then I fixed it by reinstalling it, which is, you know, 2-minute job maybe, depending on how fast your PC is. Because I don't install it to my SSD. I don't install games there. I install them on my hard drives. Oh, there's the Mandalorian. Okay, we'll go to him in a moment. Small Soldier Squad Commander booted perfectly fine. Or installed perfectly fine. Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace required a fan-made patch to get working, but otherwise worked perfectly fine. And I'm just trying to think if there's any other old games I've played. Everything else, like The Lion King, Aladdin, etc., that's normally through good old games. And then, oh, I'm sinking through the ground as well, I've just realised. Look at that. Look. The Exile's legs are actually clipping through the floor. And I think, yeah, everyone's bare doors clipping through the floor. Yeah, okay. Collision detection's a little bit off here. Or it's meant to be dirt, I don't know. But most games I can get running on Windows 10 without too many problems. There will be exceptions, of course, because when you play on PC you're going to run into those kind of issues. But for the most part, I don't have a particular problem with running older games on a modern PC. And Windows 10 actually has pretty decent older game support compared to some previous OSs. And that was another thing as well. One of the comments I received was from somebody wanting to get a game running on a Mac. Now, keep in mind, I do not use Apple hardware. I am the worst person to ask about how to get a game running on Macs because I don't use Apple hardware. So if you're looking to ask me for advice on Apple hardware, go somewhere else, because I will definitely not be able to help you without suggesting a few things if I do a bit of research online. And that's the other thing as well. Research online. There's no excuse for it. You can just search up how to get a game working on certain platforms. Because believe me, even the crappiest games that exist, people will have tried to play them on a modern operating system. You'll be pleasantly surprised. I was surprised that the Phantom Menace had a fan-made patch for it, because apparently that game is crap and I'm the only person who likes it. But anyway, moving on. Calborn, who are you? Even though we said your name.
What are you doing out here? It's dangerous for your kind.
What do you mean your kind? We're both human, aren't we? Why are you here? The lightning's interrupting me all the time. Why are you here? I thought all the patrols had been stopped.
I am a Mandalorian scout. I don't go on patrols. Mandalore sent me out here personally to track a ship that landed in the area.
There's a Duros bounty hunter ship deeper in the jungle.
No, it wasn't them. That ship was damaged and screaming its ID signature all the way down.
Lightning, stop it.
This one was trying to slip in quietly, and it was keeping its eye on emissions to a minimum. Our sensors almost didn't pick it up.
A ship that big should have left a trail.
Haven't found any sign of the ship. Just this corpse here. Looks like a scout, and pretty green, too. The fool walked right into a group of Canucks and got torn apart.
Whoever these visitors are, they don't know their terrain very well.
He can't have been the only one crawling around here. If there's more, we need to take them out. You up for some action?
Depends what you mean by action.
Squeamish? Don't worry, I'm not planning on killing them unless I have to. But people do have a habit of shooting at Mandalorians on sight. If so, I wouldn't mind a good fight.
You just unintentionally rhymed there, didn't you? On sight, wouldn't mind a good fight. You are definitely a future rapper in the Star Wars universe. Or a poet. One of the two. I may be able to help. What's the plan?
There's more of these scouts in the jungle. There's many paths, and I don't want them to slip by.
If we spot any scouts, we'll need to take them out fast before they can warn their companions.
If we split up, we should be able to find their scouts, if you're up for it.
I am. Let's find them.
I'm going to take up a position to the east. You go west. I'll make sure none of them get past me.
And there we go. So Calborn's going to head off over there. I don't think we actually asked his name, which is kind of amusing. Or did he? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to what he was talking about particularly. Calborn. Okay, so we've got to go this way. Easy enough. There's going to be a couple of cutscenes here, and I think it's foreshadowing for Onderon. So it's actually pretty important.
What happened to Lon?
He got swarmed by those little beasts. I think they're called Canox.
I hope this mission is worth it to the Colonel. If not... Wait, did you hear that?
That's him! Get him!
Well, that's a bit rude. And when Calborn said that there was a corpse back there and that he was a little green, I was going to comment, well, no, it looks more like a browny, yellowy colour more than green. But okay. So we got some scouts and they're not actually... Oh, one of them's going to attack us. Cool, let's shoot you then. And he's surprisingly tankier than he should be. And apparently this corpse has an invisible wall. There we go. Again, taking my headphones off so I don't go deaf. They don't have any remains, which is annoying. But there is a corpse here with absolutely nothing of value. We're going to be killing these scouts for a couple of minutes anyway. This is actually quite quick.
Set the staging camp up here. This jungle just never ends.
Lieutenant, 2 of our scout patrols haven't reported back.
Do more? Nothing is worth this.
More beasts!
Everyone, attack!
Man, these guys are really impatient if they're like, oh no, 2 of our people haven't reported back, even though they're only like, you know, a couple of minutes walk away. Okay, what does the journal say then? We encountered a fairly large group of scouts. I mean, we could let the wildlife kill them, but no, let's just get rid of them all. Full Scream will deal with them nicely. And let's focus on you. Full Scream is overpowered as anything. And that went rather well. Yep, second group of scouts. And apparently we need to find Calborn now. No remains. That's fine. Oh, there is one. Okay. Advanced med pack. Not that his crew are going to need him anymore. So if we go back all the way around here, we should find Calborn very shortly once we've got rid of these guys. One of them should have the last phase pulse converter part. Hopefully it's this cannon. Let's find out. No. Okay, doesn't have one. There is this one though, so hopefully he's got it. I don't like saying he all the time for, you know, animals and people and stuff, because it's just an easy word to go to, but I mean these could be any gender. Could be a male, could be a female, we don't know. Again, there's no more Canucks, unless if it's round here. Okay, there's another one at least. Let's get rid of you. There we go. Please have the part. Yes, you do. Cool, is that it then? Yes, it is. So we'll take that back to Zuka when we get back to the Mandalorian camp, and we'll get that repaired, hopefully. And another journal entry update. Okay, that's the Mandalorian cache. Let's open this then.
I don't like the sound of that. I think you've just stirred up a minot nest.
Can't really blame them, to be honest. There was a loud explosion going off, or several large explosions going off. Okay, let's deal with them. Now, I believe there is another one of these that you can blow up in the first part of Dxun, and I actually rarely open that one because I don't have enough explosives to cover it. Oh, Baodor's down. Lovely. That's a problem. Let's get rid of these guys as quick as possible. There we go.
That's another one for me.
Right, that wasn't too bad apart from the fact I wasn't paying attention to Baodor. But he's okay. Limping, but okay. I haven't used the darts for Mira, because I never do. I probably should use them, but I don't. Please tell me that Bayador has good demolitions. Oh no, Mira does. Fine. Mira can be the person we use for the next area then, because there's going to be a lot of mines in here, as you can already no doubt tell. Mira, if you can do the honours in a moment once I've healed Bayador up.
Ready?
Can I recover a deadly plasma mine without dying? Let's find out. She can. Great. Let's go in. Now this is a small area, but it's a very important one. So what I like to do, apart from that little bit of lag there, what I like to do is I like to recover all these mines, and then I start tinkering around or tampering with the droids, because I believe you can get these droids to be hostile to you and it gives you a bit more experience. And if you don't disable the mines, I think they destroy themselves running through them. Again, it's been a while since I've done this, so I can't really remember. But yeah, Mira's so good with demolitions, she can recover all these mines on the hardest difficulty with no problems whatsoever. And that reminds me actually of a time before KotOR 2 was released. I have a PC magazine, and the reason I'm saying have is because I still have it on me somewhere. There was a gaming magazine, it might have been a PC exclusive magazine, it might have been PC Gamer for all I know, but I bought this magazine and it was talking about Knights of the Old Republic 2, because it was going to come out in a couple of months' time from when I read the original publication. And there was a lot of interesting things in there, so that was how I first found out about Atton and Kreia, and it was also how I found out about what the general plot of the game was going to be and what character you played as in the game and how it tied into the first game. There was a lot of interesting stuff there, and I can't get to any of these, so I'm going to have to... Let's try Bayador for security then. But anyway, this magazine talked about the plot of KotOR 2, and it also revealed quite a lot of interesting information about the game. But one thing I found quite interesting was I believe it had a whole bunch of debug type screenshots where Mira was actually in the Paragus side of the game. So the original sort of article on KotOR 2, which was a pretty big 2-pager, maybe 4 pages at least, the screenshots had the Jedi Exile, T3M4, Kreia, Atton, and then it also had Mira. So it might have been from an earlier build of the game where Mira was meant to be a part of Paragus. And it's a shame she wasn't, because she would have been a nice, interesting alternative character to have had that early in the game. But again, maybe Obsidian decided to move her to Nar Shaddaa because it makes more sense. And also, why would Mira be on Paragus anyway? But it was an interesting thing, and I'm sure I didn't imagine this. I'm sure there was an actual article that did that. Now, what can I do with these droids? We can examine them. Hasn't been used in some time. We can't find a way to activate it, but we can activate it either way, so that's interesting. We can't find a way to activate it. Is this a case where we have to... Oh, the foreman. That might be interesting. Issues commands by remote. We have a datapad. What does this datapad say? Let's find out. If I can remember what it's called. Droid foreman orders. Binary instructions. Build caches on Dxun. Okay, so this is the Mandalorians' way of basically saying protect our stuff. Can we do anything else with you? Oh, we can. Let's do it then. Switch to rampage mode seems dangerous. Same with last resort. Even the first two. Let's just try enable follow the leader. And yeah, they're all going off. I thought I had to destroy these, but apparently not. Cool. And what's the clean Oh no, we've made them all hostile by telling them to clean. That's a problem. Okay, well, that's fine. I wanted the experience. So, for anyone who is pro-droid and doesn't like to kill droids, do not do what I just did. Just stick with the follow the leader one. Oh, the weak blade is actually a really good sword as well. You're going to want to use that. Why can't I open you? Apart from being impossible. Can I use a mine to blow it up?
I'm good to go.
Yeah, Mira, you are, because I want you to test something. Let's try this.
Let's leave this right here.
I've got plenty of mines, so this isn't a problem. That did sod all, apparently.
A little harder than I thought.
Okay, apparently it's impossible. Oh, that might be because Mandalore or whoever did say, yeah, don't bother trying to break him because that one is impossible without certain codes.
A little harder than I thought.
But it's fine because I'm going to use all my party members to open everything else. Ooh, Zabrek field armor. That might be good for KotOR. Okay, I'm losing some dexterity there, but I am gaining some resistance. So yeah, let's see what this looks like. Yeah, that looks quite good actually. I'm going to keep that on you. I don't mind taking a slight drop in dexterity for that. Right, I think that's everything we can get from this building. Okay, no, 2 more, I forgot. And can we get this one? Yes. 138 credits, lovely. I'm sure, based on the age of how long those credits have been in here, they're probably out of date by now. But anyway, let's go. Because we need to find Calborn. Can we do anything else with this? No, we can't. I believe once we've talked to Calborn, we will have finished with everything we need to do here, apart from the battle circle. And I need to stop saying I believe a lot, because I've been saying that frequently tonight, and it's really doing my head in now. I believe. It's far too posh for playing a game that's 13, 14 years old. Or, sorry, 14, 15 years old. Get my maths right. But oh well. Also, whenever the combat music plays for Dxun, I keep thinking there's an ambulance driving past. I don't know why, it just sounds a little bit siren-y at times. I didn't have this problem when I previously played. I think it's just wearing headphones, it sounds really weird. Hello Calborn, seems like you've killed a few more people, and you also appear to be having a problem with sinking in the ground. Look, I'll join you so you feel a little less stupid.
I found more of their scouts, but they started shooting as soon as they saw me. I heard blaster rifle fire coming from deeper in the jungle. You find anything?
No, I just decided to shoot at things randomly to make you think I'd found something. I came across 2 groups of scouts. They weren't in the mood to talk either.
Surprised they wouldn't talk to you. I thought their grudge was only with Mandalorians. Find out anything useful from them?
They mentioned something about a colonel. There also seems to be more of them.
Colonel, huh? Could be Colonel Tobin. Tobin is General Vaklu's personal cat hound. If he's on your trail, you might want to steer clear of Onderon.
Tobin's the one who opened fire on our ship and forced us to land here.
I'm not surprised. He was probably acting on orders from Vaklu. If so, you've made some dangerous enemies.
Who's General Vaklu?
General Vaklu is the cousin of Queen Talia. He's also in charge of the Onderon military. He led the Onderon resistance when we occupied their world during the Mandalorian Wars. He was a worthy foe. Maybe more than a match for you. Mandalore needs to know about the scouts. I'll let him know your role in dealing with them.
Thank you very much. Before you go, who were those scouts?
They're Onderon military, although they were trying to be secret about it. I've got a feeling you're going to need all the help you can get. One last thing about the battle circle. Your actions have proven you worthy of facing our best in the circle. Perhaps we can face each other there. See you at camp.
And off he goes with a stealth field generator. Right. That is pretty much everything done. So we can talk to Mandalore about everything that we've accomplished. But before we do that, I want to see how much of the battle circle I can get done. Because if we can finish that in this part, then I can kickstart with Onderon next time, and that will be quite nice. So we don't need to talk to the sentry to take us to the camp, because it's really pointless. We could just 4-speed it there. I might as well talk to a few people and just turn in some of the stuff that we need to. So who's the one we need to talk to about the Zakeg? I think it's this one.
Davril has already told me of your battle with the Zakeg. You robbed my men of a worthy test, but you have gained some honor for yourself in the process. You'd make a formidable Mandalorian.
Why, thank you. So that's one thing done. Next, we need to talk to Zuka. Unless if Bayador wants to do the repairs for us. Fix the broken wires. There we go. Now let's talk to you.
Any progress with the repairs or the phase pulse converter?
I fixed the broken power cables.
Good to hear it. I've been low on parts, otherwise I would have been able to get to that.
Yeah, excuses.
Any
I have all 3 parts of the phase pulse converter.
You do? Let me see. I don't know how, but these pieces look in good enough shape to repair. I'll have the telemetry computer repaired in no time.
I'm just glad I could help out.
I'll be sure to tell Mandalore how much help you've been. I know you didn't ask, but here's a reward anyway. Mandalorians are expected to do anything they can to help, but you're a stranger, and you didn't have to help us.
You're right about that. Until next time. Might as well be a little bit off with him, because we are technically enemies, or were technically enemies. And let's talk to... Well, let's talk to the guy we rescued last time, who's Kumus.
I was able to make it back to camp without encountering any other beasts. You have my gratitude.
Yeah, that's only because I killed them before you made your way back. You're lucky I was in the area.
That's true. I was indeed fortunate that you came along when you did. Please, don't tell anyone what happened. If the others were to know, I would be disgraced.
I'm pretty sure that if you tell Zaga that Kumus was weaponless in the jungle, I think you do actually fight Kumus outside the Mandalorian camp, or... I don't know, it's been a long time since I did it.
You found Kumus, and alive, no less. I suppose I should offer my gratitude. He's got a mind like a stunned Minoc, but he's got courage. He was evasive when I asked him what happened, however. Trying to survive in the jungle must have taken its toll.
Yeah, you can basically be a dick and be like, yeah, he was really terrible. But no, I'm glad I was able to return him safely.
We'll see if Kumus will prove warrior enough to be worth all this trouble.
He will be, and I think we received a rep in there.
Mandalore will gather the scattered clans.
We're still not fully light-sided after all of that, which is kind of annoying. And we still need to help repair the computer, so we'll make a move there. Let's reprogram that, and there we go. Why he couldn't have just fixed that himself, I have no clue. Let's talk to Zuka again then, before I forget. Again, I hate some of the sound design on Dxun. It's a great planet, but some of the audio levels are a little bit irritating. Both the cables and the telemetry computer are working now.
That's the best thing I've heard in weeks. I'll be sure to tell Mandalore about your help. Look, I have some extra parts and computer spikes. Take them. You can probably make better use of them than I can.
Until everything breaks down again, and then you'll be like, oh, I wish I didn't give all those computer spikes and repair parts away to that random guy who was in our camp for a couple of minutes. But whatever, let's try the battle circle again. Now, Calborn said we can face each other in the battle circle, but I'm going to assume I still need to fight the other people in the battle circle before I take him on. Let's find out. Actually, does Davril say anything else?
I see now how we lost the Mandalorian Wars. You have a formidable spirit. I have no illusions that I would have been able to defeat the Zakeg without you. I doubt you even needed me. But you have helped me secure my place here. I wish you well, Jedi.
Awesome, Gavril likes us. That's what I like to see. Calborn.
I thought I would see you again. No more scouts in the jungle, right? Together we made short work of them. If you yearn for more fighting, the battle circle can slake that thirst. I'm here for that. It is not a true test of a warrior, but it echoes the thrill of real battle. The sergeant chooses who fights who, but I would eagerly fight you in the battle circle. So what are you here for?
Can you tell me anything more about the scouts?
No, I can't. We all have our orders, Jedi.
The Mandalorians really don't hate the Jedi for losing to them during the war?
We're taught not to. Mandalorians want to be tested to the limits of our abilities and beyond. We admire anyone who beats us on the battlefield. Instead of hate, we study, practice, and train until the next time, so we won't be beaten. But some young Mandalorians find this a hard lesson. Any veteran of the Mandalorian Wars respects Jedi like you. Your actions on Dxun validate this. But we aren't a simple people.
No, you're bound by honour, which can be an amazing feat, but in other cases it can be your downfall. I'd like to fight you.
As would I. I noticed that you killed more scouts than I. I am curious to see your handiwork firsthand.
Cool, so can we actually fight him now then? Because I thought we had to take on at least 2 more people. Let's find out.
Here to watch a fight or to participate?
Let's fight.
You choose to fight again. Now face a real Mandalorian warrior. Tagrin, what are your terms? Just fist and foot like you fight with Davril. Nothing else. Tagrin chooses to fight hand to hand.
Oh, this is going to go well.
No weapons allowed, and absolutely no use of your force.
Yeah, we've still got to fight 2 more people. This is not going to end well. But we'll try. If it looks too oh yeah. I'm lowering the difficulty. Yeah, I'm lowering the difficulty. I don't want to have to deal with losing if I can. Again, I don't feel this is cheating when I'm trying to accomplish something. That's a side quest. Do I actually have anything with strength? I have something with strength 3. I'm actually going to use that for a bit. Anything that increases my strength. Dexterity there, and then... that'll do. Should have changed that before I started fighting, but there you go. We might be able to save this. Come on, stop missing, please. Tagrin is much harder than everyone else we fought so far. There we go, just about.
The match between Jedi and Tagrin is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. You have fought well today.
The Jedi has proven to be worthy of the battle circle, Sergeant. Through deeds in battle and blood on field, he may challenge the champion of today and days past.
This is a great honor, Jedi. Calborn is one of our former champions. He has declared you worthy enough to fight the best among us. If you choose to fight again, you will face him. Then Braylor, if you somehow beat Calborn.
Oh, okay. Braylor is the champion then. Interesting.
So the Jedi Order isn't completely dead. You always had hidden strengths. Very hard for even the wisest Mandalore to judge and predict. I have studied much of the Jedi since our defeat. I would be honored to cross blades with you in the battle circle.
Can you vouch for me in the battle circle?
I could only do that if I observed you fight an enemy in real combat. I have seen your matches so far, and I do not doubt your worthiness to face me. But the rules cannot be changed. The other champion, Calborn, is in the jungle on a mission. Perhaps your paths will cross, and you'll have your opportunity there.
Alright, slight plot hole there, because normally I would actually do all the battle circle stuff before going into the jungle, but for this Let's Play I went with a different approach. and the script hasn't been updated to reflect my choices, which is a bit unfortunate, because it makes more sense when you do all the battle circle stuff here, because you're probably wondering at that point, who's this Calborn character? And then you meet Calborn, and then it suddenly makes sense. Okay, let's have another fight.
You have enough honor to face a champion of a previous day. Kelborn, what are your terms?
Swords only. No items or the Jedi's force. And no sword of the Jedi's choosing. Just a simple long blade.
Kelborn chooses to fight with the blade. You may fight with fist, foot, and the blade provided. No using the force or any other item.
Bit unfortunate, I can't use guns, but okay. We got a unique weapon. Again, my strength is pretty bad, so this could go badly, but I have lowered the difficulty to make it somewhat bearable. And even on an easier difficulty, Calborn is destroying me. Oh, come on, me. Oh, this is tense. Come on. Come on. Damn it.
The match between Jedi and Kelborn is over. Kelborn is the clear and honorable victor. You are a strong warrior, Jedi, but no match for the best of us. If you take away your lightsaber and force, then our training techniques can be more than a match for you.
Please tell me I can have a rematch. Because I ain't accepting that. I was so close.
A worthy fight. With your lightsaber, I know the outcome would have been different. The battle circle isn't about what's fair. It's about pushing yourself. You find weakness in yourself and then overcome it. Real wealth can be gained here. Valuable tactics and techniques that can save your life. So what are you here for?
Okay, that's fine. But you get some unique dialogue at least. Let's see if we can have a rematch, because that was annoying. I know before the restored content mod was a thing, you could actually cheapen these fights significantly by either putting a shield on beforehand or putting loads of mines on the ground. I think the restored content mod actually removed that function, so you couldn't cheap it. But that's fine.
Here to what? You have enough.
Okay, we already know this. Let's try it again. I'll try and be a little bit more creative with the moves here. See if we can get more damage off. If I could stun, that'd be awesome, but I doubt we can. No, it's not working. Fine. Flurry seems to be working quite well. Come on. There we go.
The match between Jedi and Kelborn is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. I underestimated you. A difficult admission for a Mandalorian. If you fight in the circle again this day, you will face the bravest and strongest of us, Braylor.
Awesome. Let's heal up then, and then we'll take on Braylor once we've talked to him.
So the Jedi Order isn't completely dead.
Okay, you're saying the exact same stuff, doesn't matter. To fight.
We eagerly look forward to this fight. Braylor, you are our champion. How would you fight the Jedi? No terms today, Sergeant. I would fight the Jedi with all of his arsenal. Braylor will fight you as you are. Still no killing and no leaving the battle circle. But you may use whatever else you want.
Oh, thank you, Braylor, you legend. I'm going to get my guns back because I missed them. If I can remember what guns I had. Oh yeah, I didn't give Mira this, did I? I probably should have done. Oh well, we'll use my normal blasters. And then let's just take him out. I'm putting the difficulty... Oh god, I put the difficulty back up. Oh god, he's actually destroying me. No, that's a problem. That's a very big problem. This is embarrassing. I put the difficulty back up to hard and he's thrashing me. Come on, stop doing this. Leave me alone. We're having to use the old running around in a circle trick. And then if I... No, not that. Okay, full speed and then just master rapid shot him. Bloody hell. Why is he doing so much damage on difficult? This is... no. This is ridiculous. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, I can't accept that. That's absolutely ridiculous. I know you're the most powerful person here, but this is stupid. Now let's try and take you on. How did that miss? But anyway, I think we're okay. There we go.
The match between Jedi and Braylor is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. You have defeated the most worthy of us. You walk away the champion of the battle circle this day. We will not forget your deeds, for the honor you have earned this day.
Awesome. Braylor, do you have anything to say?
And so, I lose again. I still have much to learn. The last Jedi I fought was in a ship-to-ship battle on Malachor 5. I was spared. Before the Mandalorian Wars, we looked at Jedi as weak. Their code restricted their full potential. The Jedi were limited by a narrow sense of morality that couldn't survive a real war. But our view was the narrow one. I see that clearly now. I sense we both learned something today.
Cool. Braylor is definitely awesome. Sergeant?
You are the champion of the battle circle this day. Watch the others spar. Criticize or praise as you see fit. That is your right as a champion.
I'd rather have a cash prize than that, but okay. I think I'm going to leave it there for now, unless if Davril has anything else to say. Nope, Davril doesn't. Calborn?
I see now why we couldn't win against you during the war. Even fighting at a great disadvantage, you still fight as brutally as a Rancor. Your fight with Braylor was brilliant. You are truly a warrior of Mandalorian proportions. So what are you here for?
Just to say thank you for giving me so many compliments. I'll be going now. And that's it for today. I've played quite a bit there. I've completed the battle circle. I've done all the side questy stuff in the jungle. And next time we can talk to Mandalore and finish off with Dxun and move on to Onderon, because that would be quite nice. Dxun actually went quite quick in comparison to Nar Shaddaa, which is a refreshing change. So next time what we're going to do is we're going to... well, actually I'll probably break into that room if I can, because you might be able to get some secret stuff there. And then we'll talk to Mandalore and resolve Dxun. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.